Right, it's the night before the Grand National, and I'm going to use some Premier League darts flights to come up with my tip for the Grand National. Hoping to place 3 horses here, but we'll see how we get on. So, got a list of non-runners there on the screen, 10 non-runners. They're only non-runners because I don't have the flights for those teams. So, some of them are less readily available than others. Newcastle, probably the highest profile non-runner. So the 10 runners we've got are numbered 1 to 10 for the 10 favourites on the betting site that I'm looking at now for the horses. So we've got, in Premier League orders, we've got Arsenal, Manchester City, this is taken from the current table, Manchester United, Spurs, Aston Villa, Liverpool, Chelsea, Wolves, West Ham and Everton. So the flights are all there. They're all at the starting gate. We'll be using around the world format. I'll talk you through as we go. There will be some, well, there'll be potentially several horses that don't make it to the end. No horses will be hurt or come to any harm during this race. And hopefully we've got 3 finishers. So we're on 1. Double and you skip a segment. Treble, you skip 2 segments. And for segments 1 to 10, if I miss the segment either side, it's out. The horse is out. If I'm off the board, it's out. And I'm going to be honest, I think there's a chance that Wolves could be out already, because I think it's in the 5. There's a lot of traffic for you to see through there. I've lost a flight there, Man City have lost a flight. So, well, there's no trebles and there's no doubles. So the rest of them will all be moving on to segment 2, or jump 2 if you like. But unfortunately we have got our first casualty, which is Wolves. Like I say, for numbers 1 to 10, as long as you're one either side, you remain in the race. It's a marathon, not a sprint, the National. Don't think we've got any trebles yet, certainly no doubles. Ooh, that's close. One of those could be close to not being next door, being in the 10, but so treble 2 and double 2 both empty. So again, there's no one's making an early break. But that was Everton that was almost out of the range, but stayed within the confines. So everyone safely moving on to jump 3. Wow, that's wild. What a terrible dart that is. That's not next. That is landed in the 2. So that is out. That's a treble 3. So this is where the race is just going to begin to take shape. Oh, that might be another treble 3. I'm scared to aim at double too much because I don't want to lose any horses if I land below the double. Oh, that is wild. Okay, well, there's a lot going on here. Man City have lost their flight again, so that horse is threatening to not last the pace. We've got West Ham United and Everton. Interestingly, 3 of the poorer sides, 3 of the poorer horses are the first 3 to exit. So we've lost another couple of horses there, but we do have 2 in the treble. And it's Arsenal, Manchester United. Dare I say 2 of the better sides. So that's quite ironic. So they're going to skip 2 fences. And these 5 here will just plod along. So I'm just going to get this Man City flight on for the 3rd time in the race. Something doesn't seem right there. Right. Okay, so Manchester United and Arsenal are on to number 5. The others are on to 4. And so, well, we've got a high profile casualty here because that's Manchester City out. So, goodness me, we are starting to lose horses now. No trebles, no doubles. So we've now got we've got six horses left. Arsenal and Manchester United will resume at segment 6. Okay, so what have we got there? We've got no casualties, but no trebles. So on we go. So we've got Liverpool, Aston Villa, Spurs, Chelsea, Manchester United and Arsenal still in the race at segment 6. Well, Arsenal straight into the treble. Is that another treble? Manchester United straight into the treble. Unbelievable. Well, they are showing the way. Well, that might be another treble. Well, I'm really pleased with that, to be honest. We've not lost anyone. Still got the 6. 3 treble 6s. I would never expect to ever hit that, or be happy to have hit it. So Tottenham were the 3rd team there to hit the 6. So we've got Tottenham, Manchester United and Arsenal missing out on, skipping 7 and 8. So I've only got 3 darts in my hand here. Ooh. Okay, so all 3 are still alive, albeit 2 of them actually missed the target, but both next door. Liverpool almost crept into the double. So the same 3 darts. I'm aiming at 8. This is worrying to be missing these because later in the race the format does tighten up and I'm not allowed to. I don't have a 3 width segment handicap, but again they're all still in the equation. Move on to jump 9 of a potential 20. We'll start with Arsenal, Manchester United, the form horses. Not that time, but enough to stay in the equation. Well, some mixed darts there, but all good. Only 3 hit the intended target of 9, but all 6 stayed in the game. So we've lost 3 of the longer shot horses and 1 of the real fancied horses in Manchester City, but these 6 seem to be staying the distance. Jump 10. Oh no, we've lost one. We've lost Chelsea, unfortunately. I don't know if you can hear, I've got one of my cats meowing, but don't want the cat being trampled by horses, you know what I mean? So Well, we're halfway through the national now. 10 fences overcome. We've lost 5 of the horses, sadly. So we've got 5 remaining. Now for segments 11 to 15, I've got to finish within the actual segment. So I'm a bit concerned we won't have any horses that finish this race actually, but let's see. Oh no. Uh-oh. Well, it's all falling apart now, so I forget how poor I am. I've made the criteria a little stiff, but we're still going to have a first, second and third. So I'll tell you what, we're going to scrap that. I'm not good enough to get to the segment. We're going to stick the way it's been 1 to 10. So Liverpool are out. When you're this poor at darts, you've got to be flexible on the hoof with your format. I was hoping when I had a bit my arm going, I might hit the big number more often than not, but I can't be losing 3 out of 5. So let's move on to 12. Liverpool are out of the equation. We're still looking for doubles and trebles, and we're still losing if they're as wild as that, which sadly Tottenham has strayed well off the track. Very unlucky there on the treble 12. Tottenham are out. So we've got our 3 placed horses. They will be at Arsenal, Manchester United and Aston Villa, but in what order? So we move on to 13. Well, 3 rubbish starts to be perfectly honest, but all within the criteria. 14. Oh, I've been unlucky with some of the trebles. He says that and he gets one. So all 3 darts will be thrown in every visit now, but Arsenal will be throwing at 17. So it looks like it could be Arsenal's national now, which would be ironic considering they're top of the Premier League. So we're aiming at 15. There's Arsenal and Manchester United. Sorry, Aston Villa and United have not hit the 15 but stayed alive. Arsenal throwing at 17. And it's a treble 17. So they will skip 18 and 19. And we've now got a situation where Arsenal are making a break for the line. So we've got Villa and United at 16. No, and then Arsenal looking at 20. And Arsenal are through the finishing line. So Arsenal have won the Grand National. Just need to determine second and third now. So we're looking at 17. Ooh, just missed the treble, Manchester United. Both in the single there. So we'll move on to 18. Both hit the single, so these 2 might end up tied second and third. Photo finish. No one will care about that. At the end of the day, we'll have our winner already in the stable. So Manchester United leading by a nose there, but they both move on to 20. Both about across the line, are they? Well, in the last 2 segments, one have been in, one hasn't been in, so we're going to throw at bullseye to determine second place. between Aston Villa and Manchester United. Bullseye. Ooh. Just missed the bullseye there, outer bull. I'm actually happy with those 2 darts, but there you have it. So we're now going to look at the actual horses. Be absolutely amazed if there's one single human being on earth will place a bet on a horse as a result of what you've just watched. But third place, represented by Manchester United, is Corach Rambar, which I can see here at 9-1. So I'm recommending that as an each way bet. Second place, represented by Aston Villa, a good race for them, is Delta Work, which I'm also seeing at 9-1. And the winner, represented by Arsenal, is that a sign for the Premier League? Who knows? Is Ain't That a Shame? And the price for that is, I'm just getting updates here in my earpiece, that's now available at 8-1. So declaring Ain't That a Shame as the winner of the National. Get on it. And hey, I did a recent video, Arsenal versus Manchester City, as a predictor, and Manchester City came out on top. But if this race is anything to go by, Man City fell very early and Arsenal did the job. So Ain't That a Shame for the National. Delta Work and Corach Rambar, each way shouts. Thanks for watching. Good luck with your bets.